Yo, 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 what's going on, people? I'm your host, Double R, and you're now tuned in to Retro Rod Television. Let's talk some battle rap, people. But first, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff, man. But I want to give a special shout out, man, to all the brothers that donated to the Cash App and continue to show love, man, by hitting that like button, commenting, so forth and so on. But we gonna get into it. But first, I want some of my people to come on up in here, man, because we got to talk about this. I'm sick and tired. Hold on one second. I'm sick and tired of these guys coming into my culture. That's right, coming into my culture, doing what they doing in that ring. Coming into this battle rap ring, coming into this battle rap world, and not taking this shit seriously. Coming to get a check, because do you know who it affects? Not the battlers, not the promoters, not the league owners, which are the promoters. It affects the fans. It really does, man. And this is why I'm a huge advocate for Danny Myers, for people that actually come and do their fucking job. John and Don. You know, I don't want to knock these brothers hustle. But what I'm not going to do is sit back while these two brothers and while these brothers, period, come and hustle the culture. Because I feel like you coming to hustle me. And that's what we're not going to do. But we're going to get into it in a minute. King Tally, 1985, salute. Creston White, years old. What's up with you? True Sinister in the building. Yeah, so Corleone Jr. in the building. So Jag versus 40 Cal battle finally dropped on YouTube. In my personal opinion, as sorry as the battle was, they should have just went on ahead and dropped it. The earlier, the better, in my opinion. But don't take my word for it. Let's read the comments. Let's get into some of these comments, shall we? J Dub, he said, it's a bloodbath everywhere. It's a bloodbath. Nah, that ain't it, bro. So Jag in the battle said it's a bloodbath. Jag continues to talk about the blood shit. We know he affiliated with the Bloods, but we'll get into that in a minute. He said that ain't it, bro. Tony, Frank, he said laughing my ass off. Live for Christ said, LOL, wow. He said that I didn't make it far enough to get through that battle for it. Thank you. LOL. He said that nigga Jag a little outdated, fam. LOL. Tay Rock wrote that for him. That's funny. He said more like Cassidy wrote it for him. Yeah, they roasting these guys, man. Just like when Rock told Mook, you're softer than softener. You're softer than softener. Dwight Lewis said, laughing like shit. The fact that they reacted to it, though. Yeah. And you know what's so funny? Jag was a whole lot better. I ain't gonna even say Jag was a little. Jag was a whole lot better. Versus Mad Fox, whole lot better. Which really is saying a lot. And it's kind of similar to Cassidy when we talk about how you're supposed to elevate in battles moving forward, but they seem to be declining. They seem to be declining in the battles. Corleone Jr. said, yeah, I wasn't feeling it heavy. Yeah, Corleone Jr. said Mook versus Rock took the win out of this. He said King Tally 1985 said, yeah, that battle was so doo-doo. They should have dropped that immediately. And this is why I told Jag that I didn't feel it was a smart decision to battle 40 Cal. But when that money is thrown up when that figure is thrown up in your face, well, do I got to explain more? But this is why I always say bag, legacy. Bag, legacy. Bag, legacy. Jag chose the bag. There you have it. The Shadow Assassin, salute in the building. He said, what it do, double R? And salute to the chat. Salute to you, brother. Corleone Jr. said, I had Jag 2-1. One thing that bothered me was him overhyping himself every bar. Yeah. And I hope Jag is listening. There's been a lot of dudes coming on my channel. I don't know who it is. Don't care who it is. But, running back to Jag. Well, Jag may just see his name in the title in looking at the video. But people, I believe, has been running back to Jag telling them stuff. I welcome Jag to come and look at my video. I've always welcomed everybody. I welcome guys to call in on my channel and challenge me. I'd rather people call in on my channel and challenge me on my channel than to call me behind the scenes, because that does absolutely nothing for me. That does absolutely nothing for me to go back and forth with somebody behind the scenes. Well, we could do it on my channel, because that's where I'm basically making my statements at. I'm basically making my statements on my channel. So what better place to do it? True Sinister said, oh my God, word every bar. Yeah. That oh my God shit, yeah. But I just wanted to go over this because just in case Jag or 40 Cal stumble across my channel or somebody, play message boy or message girl and tell them. I want them to understand this. And I'm talking directly to you, Jag, and to you, 40 Cal. I'm not Vodafly. I'm not Jay Black. I'm not Piper Boy. And I ain't got nothing against those guys. But I'm talking directly to you guys coming from Double R. We got to do better, brothers. We got to do better. And I ain't just saying this to y'all. When I do videos, people will tell you on my channel, I talk about all of them. I just taught Tay-Rock and Murder Mook a new one. Murder Mook did good. He did good enough to beat Tay-Rock. But Murder Mook know he got to do better. And Tay-Rock always been shit. So I don't want people to make it seem like, or them to feel like I'm just singling them out. No, you're not that special. Trust me. You're not that special. Corleone Jr. said, I don't think Jag was that motivated for 40 Cal. That's what's being said, and that's what Jag told me personally. He was not motivated for that. And people will say, well, when I ask about the trash talking and all that shit, they'll say, well, that's promotion. That's the promotion side of it. But as I always told you guys, and I can't wait for my theory is able to be tested, when I told y'all, you can't practice on a Fisher Price and expect to have success on a regulation. You cannot practice on a Fisher Price and expect to succeed on regulation. Mark my words. Not saying that Jag is going to fail. I'm one of the people that hope he does well. 40 Cal is trash. 40 Cal has reached his ceiling. He ain't going to get no better than that. But I guarantee you, and I've seen it before, I've competed in basketball at a high level. You can't just turn it on like that, especially in a URL. See, you'll have a better chance turning it on in basketball or football or something like that than in battle rap, where you could be nice and still lose. That's what I'm trying to tell these dudes, man. Corleone Jr. said, bro, stop it. Mook left Earth. You bugging. Yeah, he left Earth in the third round. But his first 2 rounds was lackluster, bro. Go back and look at the battle. His first 2 rounds was lackluster. His third round was crazy, though. Why you think when people do interviews with Murder Mook or people do interviews about Murder Mook, they always mention about that third round? They don't say, well, his first round, all 3 of his rounds was crazy. They might say that, but they ain't going to say it like how they going to say about the third round. They going to say, man, that third round was fire. Third round was crazy. That was the only round that was fire. The first 2 rounds was okay, but they wasn't like that third round. It just wasn't. The first 2 rounds was beatable. But then again, he was battling Tay-Rock. So it is what it is. Somebody said, oh my God. Yeah, people are very tired of Jag saying that, oh my God shit. And Jag probably didn't heard it enough by now to know to take that shit out of his repertoire. His second, Corleone Jr. said his second lyrical was his best. Yeah, but this is not about Murder Mook, this stream. I just use him as an example. This is about Jag and 40 Cal. Salute to you though, bro. Okay. He said you missed the whole scheme. Okay, let me go down. He said, now that I know that he got German ancestors, he gets no points for that. These dudes clowning. He said that was terrible, but I'm trying to find a good comments because a lot of these dudes just clowning around. Okay, you're a simp. That's a good name. He said that was terrible, but I still think he edged each round. These dudes got to correct their spelling too. Jag needs to bring more though. He said more tough. He needs to bring more though. He needs to let his personality shine more. 40 Cal is ahead of him with that kind of stuff, but just didn't have the material this battle. And I'm glad he said that. Because that's pretty much what the battle was about in a nutshell. It was about 40 Cal being more seasoned as far as personality wise, and Jag just being more seasoned as far as everything else. But just because Jag was more seasoned as far as everything else, that don't mean it was an excellent, flawless performance. Does not mean that. Now, not saying Jag is saying this, but if you would ask Jag or somebody like that, they'll say, well, I got the W. That's all that matters. Okay, yeah, it matters for the short term, but how would that affect you in the long term? And the easy answer would be to say, well, I'm going to turn up in the long term. We all know in battle rap, that's extremely, extremely hard to do. Unless you're telling me that but we done heard this before, people. We done heard this before. Well, I wasn't really doing my best with him. I'm going to turn up the next time. And then you actually do worse. Y'all have to understand what I said at the beginning of this video. Jag actually did worse against 40 Cal than he did against Math. He actually did worse. He actually took a back seat. He actually declined in this battle. And a lot of people say, well, why are you just focusing on Jag? Why are you not going in on 40 Cal? What is it to say about 40 Cal? 40 Cal is trash. Fuck, I got to put in the subtitles or something? He's trash. This is more so about when you're talking about Jag and 40 Cal, we already knew 40 Cal, word power. Who's that? Yeah, but we already knew 40 Cal was trash before the battle. Jag already knew that. He said it in multiple interviews. Oh yeah, my man Chowder Yahweh here. He said, damn, he really said that. LOL. I heard rappers in my hood say that like 5 to 8 years ago. That's crazy. Laughing my ass off. What do you mean? He said that battle was terrible, but I still think he edged. He said, I think he edged each round. Jag needs to bring more, though. He needs to let his personality shine more. 40 Cal is ahead of him with that kind of stuff, but just didn't have the material this battle. So basically what I said, when people say who you think won, I said Jag won by default. That doesn't make any sense. It does to me. 40 Cal got that down syndrome flow. He got that mama basement flow. He got that mama biscuit flow. Oh, 40 Cal look like a nigga say, man, don't touch my mama biscuits. I think this calls for a worst bars of the year thing again, like Mad versus Cortez did this year. And these are the fans. Like, people say that they're strategists. People say that they're like Floyd. People say that They really understand this thing. They treat this shit like boxing. Well, this is where it starts with the fans. This is where it starts. Listening to me. Listening to people like Piper Boy. Listening to people like Vodafly. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. But y'all get my point. Go on YouTube. Look at the comments instead of looking at how you see. That's what these guys do. They look at their battles and they'll see how they did in their performance in their battles, and they'll try to go from there and correct from there. No, you have to look at the comments. You have to look at everything. You have to look at the crowd. You have to look at you have to look in the comment section. I would say look in the comment section first. Especially if you are trying to have some type of success on the URL. He said, laugh my ass off, sounding like the early 2000s in this bitch. LOL. Yeah. So this is how the fans is feeling. This is how the fans feeling. And I want Jag and 40 Cal both to understand this. Now, are they understanding this and they're really trying to correct themselves? Or are these guys, because they might be around just for a check. And I want these guys to understand this. What happens in the dark gonna show up in the light. What don't come out in the wash gonna definitely come out in the rinse. If you guys, one thing about this battle rap shit, if you don't take this shit seriously, it will show. If you're just coming for a check, it will show. Cassidy, it will show. If you do not take this thing seriously, because we've seen both examples. We've seen examples of people that fucked up because they was getting their foot wet. Didn't come in here talking cash shit and eating ass, read dollars. They just came in here and they didn't do as good. They started to knock off the rust, and now they at it. They off to the races. But you got people like 40 Cal. This is where talking shit goes wrong. You got people like 40 Cal, people like Jag, although Jag has, arguably 2 wins on his record. He had a debatable with Math in most people's eyes. He beat 40 Cal, which we all could see coming, which really means he ain't really done nothing yet. And I want Jag to understand that. I'm not saying it to be an asshole. I'm saying that because it's true. You battled on the league that don't matter, and you battled a battle opponent that don't matter. What's going to really matter is if you battle Arsenal or somebody like that on the URL, on the league that matters, with a crowd that don't matter, but does control the narrative. So I want you guys to understand this. Because if you're thinking about having any success in this league, in the real league, in battle rap, you're going to have to go through that crowd, the URL crowd, and through that roster. He said, how RBE don't matter. You tell me how it does. You tell me how it does, and I'll tell you how it doesn't. But once you tell me how it does, you're going to get your answer on how it doesn't. How does it matter? Murder Mike 2001 said has 2 wins. You had it right. Yeah, he's arguably 2-0, arguably, because he had a debatable with Math, which still means a win. 40 Cal, we already knew that before the battle, so it's 2-0. But he's on a league that don't matter, battling people that really don't matter anymore. Math haven't been relevant since the whole disaster shit, and probably before that. 40 Cal hasn't mattered, period. That was strictly just a money grab. A child of Yahweh is in the building. Salute. He said, I'm not going to lie. I was not feeling either one of them like that in this battle. Yeah. Especially for the amount of shit. And I ain't sugarcoat nothing with nobody. Y'all know how I feel about Jag. Jag know how I feel about him. Cassidy know how I feel about him. I ain't sugarcoat nothing. So if you're looking for a channel that's going to come on here and a host that come on here and sugarcoat shit, then this ain't the channel for you. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. Because these niggas ain't sugarcoating shit when they up there shucking and jiving. Donald Trump. What's up with you? He said, I think Jag got barred to death by Cal. Oh, well, I ain't gonna even respond on that one. That's your opinion, champ. Okay, Corleone said consistency, keep the league strictly business, nothing personal, and most people who go there perform their best and don't be choking every round and ish. I agree with you 100%. I love ARP. Everything that you just said, 100. But here's the thing. How does it matter? How does it really count? How does it really matter? I'm talking about all of that stuff does matter depending on who feel it matters. We just put it that way. You feel that it matters. But in the grander scheme, it does not matter when you compare it to the URL, when you compare it to a league that does matter. King of the Dot does not matter neither. URL has all the best talent, and they have a biased crowd, and they have all of the best media for what it's worth. So at the end of the day, the biasness that comes from the crowd is kind of what makes it what it is in a negative way and a positive way, because it can either make you or break you, as we witnessed with Cassidy, as we witnessed time and time again. But Jag hasn't experienced that type of crowd, and Jag could very well go in there and show his ass off. There's no doubt in my mind that he has that ability. But from what I've seen, and as they always say, we can only go by your past few games, your past few performances. And they were lackluster at best. You know, some people say, well, Jag, after 15-year not being around, just coming back into the league, he did well. Okay. You know, and they'll say, well, he battled 40 Cal and he had a clear victory over 40 Cal. Okay. All right. Still don't matter. It still does not matter. And if it does, convince me. He said, Corleone said, what bars? He said, I think Jay got barred to death by Cal. He said, what bars? Excuse me. Murder Mike 2011 said, give Jag a T-top to start off with in the URL. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And Jag and T-top are cool. That battle ain't gonna happen. That's what I want to talk about too. These dudes ain't battling each other because they're cool with each other. I heard Daylight say he ain't gonna battle Mook. You know, I've been an advocate for that. He talking about he ain't gonna battle Mook because him and Mook cool. And I'm pretty sure Mook ain't gonna battle him neither. That's why I'm here. I'm here, man, to get the best battles, to see the best battles. I ain't here to watch niggas coming in and me to waste my time and my motherfucking money. Murder Mike said, I know what you mean, but RBE produces classics. Okay, you know, that's your opinion. They say battle rap is an opinionated sport. That's inside and outside of the ring. That's your opinion. He produces classics. Okay. What classics? What classics? What was classic? What battle was a classic? The only battle that I seen was close, and we got to stop throwing that classic word around everywhere. The only battle that I seen that was classic was close to classic, not classic, but close to classic. Was Math versus Hollow. Now you give me some more classics. Corleone Jr. said, he said Serious Jones, Ill Will. I got to see that battle. I'm not really a fan of Serious Jones. I feel like his style is boring and it's slow and lethargic. I always felt that way about Serious Jones. Now, Ill Will is one of my favorites. So 9 times out of 10, I ain't going to view that as a classic because in order for it to be a classic, both people got to be on point. Closest thing I seen to a classic was Hollow versus Math. Said Daylight versus Ill Will. That might be a classic. That might be a classic. It might be a classic. That was a very good battle. That was a very, very good battle. That's a good one. That's a good one. J400 versus Show Off. Not a big fan of neither one of those. Don't even watch them dudes battles. I seen Show Off battle a couple times. Wasn't really impressed. So I'm not gonna like that. But yeah, I just did this video so that Jag and 40 Cal and the people who are fans of these guys will understand that this shit ain't gonna cut it. This shit is not gonna work. And if Jag has aspirations of being top 3 in the culture, you ain't gonna get there battling like this. Trust and believe that. You ain't gonna get there like this. Now, Jag might jump in the URL, and he might do when nobody has ever done. And he might jump in there and just turn it on and just kill niggas. We'll see. We'll see. All right. D Block said, salute to the chat. Salute. So I'm going to read a couple more comments, right? And I'm going to answer y'all questions, and then I'm going to bounce. But I just had to let this be known, man. Like, dudes can't just come up in this sport, in this battle rap shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what's going on. Like, a lot of people say, well, you know, it's this person choking and that person choking and this person fucking up, but y'all want to come for Jag and y'all want to come for 40 Cal. Yeah, and I talk about those guys. If you guys come in here and y'all asking questions about I ain't getting on this person and I ain't getting on that person, I ain't gonna even respond to that because y'all must ain't been looking at my videos. Y'all gotta go back and look at the videos on Sue Surf. Y'all go back and look at the videos on Tay Rock, on these guys. The dude said, he said, damn, this was, how do I say nicely? Trash. Yeah, there's no nice way to say trash. Okay, he said, damn, Cal, you need to spit more aggressive. Yeah, these are the fans. DJ Musa, whoever this dude is, he said, I got a bunch of alcoholics outside that kill 40s. Nah, that ain't it. Nah, that wasn't it. Jag did have a couple good lines in that joke, though. Jag always give you a couple good lines, man. A couple good lines ain't gonna do nothing for you in the URL. It's not gonna do nothing for you versus Arsenal. Just telling you now, that shit ain't gonna do nothing for you versus whoever you feel like you gonna battle next. Call yourself battling next. That shit ain't doing nothing for you. Couple good lines here, couple good, you know, my whole life was a sick day. That shit ain't doing nothing for you. That was cute. I like what he said, I'm out the closet like a Raven Simone. Pause. I like that shit was crazy, but that shit, Jag did all right. Versus who? He did all right against who? Jag did okay. He did all right against Math. This battle, Jag was trash. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. He was trash. But it was good enough to beat 40 Cal, who was trash before the battle. Jag said, yo, oh my God. Some people like Jag saying, oh my God shit. My thing is with that oh my God shit is let the fans decide what's oh my God worthy. Because a lot of the things that you have said and a lot of the things that you will say moving forward may or may not be oh my God worthy. We just being honest. Jag knows this. He knows this because I've been hearing people talk about this oh my God shit. So Jag probably done been and heard about this shit and like, okay, I'm a scale back. Now, if he say oh my God in the battle again, that means he ain't really listening to the fans and he don't give a fuck about what they say. And guess what? The fans ain't gonna give a fuck about what you rap about. So I hope dude's taking heed. He said, all right, versus Math against 40, thumbs down. Yep. Yep. So can we all agree? Because I don't want to seem like I'm hating. Can we all agree Jag took a decline? He took a dip in this one. This was supposed to be a complete and utter annihilation. If you can't annihilate 40 Cal, if you can't destroy 40 cal. How in the hell do you expect to have success in the URL? I want somebody to answer that question. I want somebody to answer that question. How in the hell do you expect to have any success in the URL if you cannot annihilate, destroy 40 cal? Kenneth Robinson, my brother, he said he wasted, you talking about Jag, he said he wasted his time on this battle. Jag know he did. He don't really care because he getting paid, and that's the thing that's going to fuck him over at the end. I keep telling these dudes. He said C. Wallace said ARP the only league owner who knows when regular dudes be awake. What do you mean by that? Ricky Harden said, I've been waiting on this battle to drop like Nevada vote count. Yeah, good luck with that one. Andrew Borney, this was trash. I'm disappointed. Yep, that was the same feeling I had. Adar Harris said 40 is hilarious, man. But he can spit. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Rand Christian said it's almost like he trying too hard when he already got it. I can't explain it, but 40 find that pockets slow down and eat. I don't know what they mean. Jag said it's going to be blood pouring out of 40 like this for the dead homies. Yeah, but see that day, he said that was fire. He said, yo, the crowd. Oh, he said the crowd said it was fire. He said, nice. They'll catch that later in the background. Oh, yeah, I heard the dude that say they'll catch that later. The dude was like, yeah, they'll catch that later. I said, nah, I caught it. I threw it in the trash, man. I caught it, goddamn. Threw it right where it belonged. I'm tired of hearing that pulling it out for the dead homies, man. These dudes got to do their research. Just watch the Trey song with Jag. Got 5,001 views now. Okay, we moving past that. It's about the battle. IYBC said, LOL, Jag saying, oh my God, after every whack bar is so funny. King Penn said he talked that murder, get smacked, turn him into Bridge Ralston. Yeah, that shit was funny. That shit was funny before the cow said that shit. Bill Bronson said 2-1 40 on the bar level. Can't see how he got that. And he said 2-1 Jag on the Caters level. RBE salute. Okay, what a quick way to dodge that bullet. All right. Pusha 2 times said when you washing someone in Marvel versus Capcom, they be like, oh my God, LOL. That must have been a 40 bar. Milton Russell said that Gilly scheme was fire. Y'all ever heard the young moose? Jag must be his father. I ain't gonna go that route. Okay, glad 40 back, but he need to be quick with the disrespect early. So I just wanted to give y'all a little dose of what the fans, because this is what these industry guys need to be looking at. They need to be looking at the comments from the fans, because the fans is the navigation, is the GPS to your success. But they overlook the fans and they start showing more love to people that didn't even give a fuck about them. When don't give a fuck about them, because those are the people that they might have to potentially compete with. But what do I know? I'm a blogger, right? King Tolly said 40 cal walking around with his head high. You can tell Jag ain't kill him without even watching the battle. Yeah, but I'm tired of talking about this shit. We gonna get to the second half of this video, brothers. Yeah, it ain't over. This ain't one of them double R streams, man. I had to do it for you, babe. This ain't one of them double R streams where I'm just gonna cut it off this quick, even though a lot of you motherfuckers don't deserve it. If the shoe fits, wear it, goddamn it. I'm about to start recording my videos, man, because a lot of people ain't showing support. So I'm gonna start recording it. Only time I start doing videos is when you guys start begging me to do them. Because a lot of y'all ain't showing me support, man. I'm talking to the ones, they know who I'm talking to. But let's get to the second part of the video, right? All right. Salute to my people that's up in here. King Tolly, D Block, salute in the building. Kenneth Robinson. What's we say? We're not done. You thought it was over, but we're not done. Yes, indeedy. All right. Okay, all right. Y'all ready? Salute to you, family. Who else up in here? My brother Kenneth Robinson is in the building. Who else we got up in here? Corleone, salute. Murder Mike, 2001, salute. Donald Trump, salute. Who else up in here? Got to run down the list. True Sinister, salute. Okay, Creston White, my brother, breezed on in and breezed on out. Like the smooth motherfucker he is, like the smooth operator he is, man. Let's get into it. God damn it. What would be, a good double R video ain't a double R video without your boy. God damn it. Hold on. Give me a second. Right? We gonna get into it, champions.
Consider it just from a competitive standpoint?
Nah, I mean, I'm always competitive. That's why I did the freestyle to let niggas know that
I'm somewhere else right now, my nigga.
Crazy, but I'm just not going to battle a nigga because that's going to go against my plans, what I got going on right now, and it's bigger than Mook. But I am competitive, like, you know what I'm
saying? We gotta rewind that back. People. You know it ain't a good double R video without Cassidy and the legendary The Hustler. Let's get back. Yeah, he the hustler, man. We all just a bunch of customers. All right? I want y'all niggas to understand that. We all just a bunch of customers. We all just a bunch of peasants in the presence of the hustler. You feel me? In the presence of the goddamn science, in the presence of the formula. Now sit back, get your popcorn, and enjoy the motherfucking show. It's the science. It's the formula. Let's go.
It's going to go against my plans, what I got. Did the freestyle to let niggas know that
I'm somewhere else right now, my nigga.
Crazy, but I'm just not going to back.
So he said he crazy. He on another planet with this shit, man. Oh, so that's why we don't understand him. I keep telling y'all niggas we don't understand him. You know? Y'all keep trying to figure him out. Y'all can't figure him out because he just on a whole nother level of the science. You feel me? The science is on a whole nother motherfucking stratosphere. So that's why y'all still trying to figure it out because y'all still on the stage one. Y'all still at stage one of the coronavirus. You feel me? Cassidy is the cure of the virus.
Battle with nigga because that's going to go against my plans, what I got going on.
The motherfuckers don't understand why they can't find the cure for the virus. That's because Cassidy is the virus, man. It's in him the whole time. He the virus. He too ill. He too sick.
Right now, and it's bigger than Mook. But I am competitive, like, you know what I'm saying? super competitive. Never not competitive. Like I'm always super.
And that's one thing I always gave Cassidy credit for. He is super competitive, always been competitive. But the thing that Cassidy needs to understand, this is a different day. This is a different age. This is a different time. And look at that face. That is vintage Cassidy face. But he is not vintage Cassidy, people. Saying that to say this. He can be competitive all he want. Child of Yahweh. Here goes Cass again, shaking my head, talking about we know what he brings, so he deserves the bag. But when he get the bag, he don't bring it. He only brings it in the face-offs. Yep. Yep. You said shaking my head, talking about we know what he brings. I'm gonna shut up on that one. I ain't gonna say nothing. Let's go.
Super competitive.
Now, in 2008, there was the rumors that, you backed out, and that's why he battled Young Hot. You know what I'm saying? In Philly. Is there any truth to that?
Never heard of that ever.
Oh, okay. Nice.
No, I never heard of that.
Okay. That was Wikipedia facts right there. So they probably.
I mean, there was rumors about Cassidy backing out, but Cassidy was on fire at that time. He was on fire. Like, nobody would question Cassidy at that time. Niggas gonna question Cassidy now. And that's how you know a lot of the things that people are saying are actually legit about Cassidy just pretty much being washed up. Because at one time, people wouldn't even question Cassidy. But it's just funny to me how they're questioning Cassidy. Well, he got to ask those questions. He really don't have to, but in his mind, he have to make his coins. Donald Trump said, Sue Surf say it ain't about who can rap the best no more. And that's about it is about performance and character. He compared it to the WWE.
Yeah, I never heard of me battling.
I'm gonna respond to that, right? Sue Surf gotta say whatever Sue Surf needs to say to get his ass off the hot seat. So don't mind Sue Surf. It is he talking about he quit battle rap. He ain't going no motherfucker where he talking all this outlandish bullshit. You can't really listen to Sue Surf. Definitely, you couldn't listen to him before all this shit, all this choking and all this bad performing. You damn sure can't listen to him now because he desperate. He trying to find a way to take the heat off of him or get back on the people good side. Jay Lander in the building. Salute.
Philly and none of that. I never heard about that.
When you guys actually did become working with each other, you reached out. You said you reached out to him to do the song and things like that.
I don't remember how we got in contact with each other, but we I told you, like, before I had contacts to him, I ran down on him and I seen him in the airport, then I ran down on him again. But then after those times, it's like,
hey, you know what? I was looking at I don't know what made me want to do it, but I was looking at an interview with Floyd and Stephen A. Smith. I was looking at a couple of Floyd Mayweather interviews, and he sound exactly like Cassidy, or Cassidy sound exactly like him, rather. But the difference is Cassidy's performance is Adrian Broner-esque. His promotion is Floyd-esque, but his performance is Adrian Broner-esque. I just had to say that, but I just was watching and I was like, damn, that shit eerie, man. How Cassidy and Floyd sound exactly the same. Floyd is arguably the best promoter we've ever seen in anything. Let's go.
I mean, we got in contact with each other. We was able to get in contact with each other, and I talked to him and told him I wanted to do the song. I got an idea, like, you even hear the intro of the song is me explaining what I explained to Mook. Like, instead of, I'm not going to battle you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm not. Like, it's just not beneficial for me right now. You know what I'm saying? And I know what you told me you was trying to do, and I ain't going to hold that against you. But we gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, clear it up, and everybody think that we beefing and supposed to be battling, and I don't want that energy.
Okay.
So let's just give niggas, let's like hit niggas with something unexpected. Like they think we supposed to battle, or we might announce, oh yeah, Cass.
In my personal opinion, I believe if Murder Mook and Cassidy would have battled at that time, Murder Mook would have got 30, just like he did against Jay Mills. I feel like he would have got 30, man, because that's when Cassidy was a problem back then. I feel like Mook would have got 30. That's just my opinion. I feel like Mook would have got 30. Because Mook ain't trash or nothing. Don't get that fucked up. Mook ain't never been trash. Mook just wasn't Cassidy. You know, he wasn't Cassidy. He wasn't Jay Mills at that time. Like, them niggas were now, if you say Cassidy versus Jay Mills, I would love to see that one back in that time. But like Cassidy and Mook, I'd have had Cassidy all the way in that one. I'd have had Cassidy all the way without a question. Jay Lando said it's obvious when an entertainer is losing their draw or lacking the ability to lacking the hold on, let me blow it up. He said it's obvious when an entertainer is losing their draw or lacking the ability to captivate an audience, then remove themselves to invoke interest in them again. Yep. Sue Surf. Yep. Y'all gotta excuse me because this should be super, super tiny. Corleone Jr. said, I need Cassidy confidence in a parallel universe. Woo! So what you gonna do with Cassidy's performance? Where's his performance gonna go?
Finally accepted the battle Mook or something. Like, nah, but that's not happening. So let them expect the unexpected. And that's why we did that record, Expect the Unexpected. And we both got busy with Eric's figurative language and bars. Like Mook could have used that verse that he used in the battle against somebody, and that shit would have been hot. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was that type of record, but it just was different. It's like niggas working together and doing something like that's a record where niggas could benefit from it instead of just going on DVDs and talking crazy, you know what I'm saying, at each other. Well, he wasn't talking crazy no more, but it's like I don't want to be forced when niggas ask me the question. I know how crazy I am, so I don't want to be forced to start talking crazy back and just let's just do this record and show niggas that it's all love. So that was my idea, and that's why we did it. We even shot a little Smack DVD video, and he put it on Smack DVD. This was before the URL.
Would you ever consider that now that you know he has the name he has? He's also looked at one of the greatest and things like that. If the money was right, you know what I'm saying? I know you ain't got no picks. You don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If that did present it or has your relationship. Okay, go ahead.
Mook was on a DVD. Instead of 20, if he would have had 250, and I'm not even sure if he had 20. I'm not sure. I'm not saying he didn't. If it's people's, I don't know. But if he would have said he had 250 and there was a guarantee he had it, then we could have battled right when he asked me to battle back then. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I said I was coming back for. If when King of the Dot called me and they gave me that check and I said they could pick whoever they wanted and they would have picked me.
Now, he didn't finish answering it yet, but notice he asked Cassidy, would Cassidy consider doing it now? Now, let me go back to make sure. I ain't tripping.
Picks, you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Smack DVD. Let's just do this record. Ask me the question. I know how crazy I am. So I don't want to be forced to start talking crazy back and just let's just do this record and show niggas that it's all love. So that was my idea, and that's why we did it. We even shot a little Smack DVD video, and he put it on Smack DVD. This was before the URL.
Would you ever consider that now that you know he has the name he has? He's
okay. Yeah. So that's what I said. Notice, right? Cassidy ain't finished answering it. We're gonna see if he gonna answer it right. But notice, and one thing I always respected about Cassidy, and people like Jag and people like that can start taking notes. Notice Cassidy does not go into, even if he doesn't answer the question directly, Cassidy never says, well, we're friends now, we're tight now. Now he hasn't finished answering the question. He might very well say that. but I never known Cassidy. So I'm not going to say to duck anybody because I don't want to disrespect Jag and them like that. But I've never known Cassidy to turn down a challenge just because he's friends with somebody, because he's cool. Now him and Jag, that's crossing the line. You know, they're real tight. We already know how tight they are. They're tight as T-Rex pants and his t-shirts. You feel me? But that's besides the point. Notice Cassidy, and I have to give him credit for that. Cassidy never, ever start talking about we friends. Well, I'm cool with this person. I'm cool with that person. People talk about Jag saying, oh my God, and all that shit. That doesn't really irritate me because I know Jag has, oh my God, worthy type bars. It's just a matter of him putting it together. My issue with Jag is every time he get asked would he battle this person or battle that person, nah, that's cool. That's my homeboy. They cool. They say so. It's kind of it leaves me to ask the question, okay, do you really feel this way that y'all really tight? Or are you saying that as a ducking tactic? You see what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy because of the names they throw out there, like Big K, like Daylight, like Danny. Daylight and Jag, they grew up together. But Daylight and Jag is entirely different from him and Cassidy. They're entirely different. So it can happen. It can actually happen, is what I'm saying. But notice Cassidy, we have to give credit to Cassidy for that. He might say it in this joint, but he's never said or turned down a challenge. He just always said, man, you got to have my chicken ready. If my chicken is ready, we can make it happen. And when the chicken was ready, we could say whatever we want, but when the chicken was ready, he was ready to eat. You see what I'm saying? When it was well done, he was ready to eat. He was ready to chow down. I can't say this about other dudes, man. Not just Jag. There's a lot of dudes in this battle rap shit. They be like, well, I'm cool with that person. I can't do it. I'm cool. You know, and Cassidy was a big advocate for niggas being friends in this sport. So I would hope Cassidy don't turn around. But notice Cassidy ain't responded yet about battling Mook right now. Notice that. Cassidy would never admit that he lost anybody or he had a bad performance. He'll probably just skip over the subject. Let's continue. Child of Yahweh said Cass is saving vintage Cass for another celebrity rapper that has achieved what he has achieved or somewhat close to what he has achieved in the industry. So until then, Cass will cap you up interviews. Well. See, the problem with that is, what if he does get that person you're talking about? What if he does get that celebrity rapper you're talking about? And he performs the same. We'll be expecting him to show vintage Cassidy. Okay, sure enough now, we'll get vintage Cassidy. And then we'll get pissing and coming at the same time again. Okay, all right. I'd love to talk to you then, child of Yahweh. I'd love to have a conversation with you then, champ. Don't duck off like these motherfuckers. Let's go. All right, hold on. Let me go back. Share it back. Let's go. All right, let's go.
Also looked at one of the greatest and things like that if the money was right. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't got no picks. You don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If that did present it or has your relationship. Okay, go ahead.
Mook was on a DVD. Instead of 20, if he would have had 250, and I'm not even sure if he had 20. I'm not sure. I'm not saying he didn't. If it's people's, I don't know. But if he would have said he had 250 and there was a guarantee he had it, then we could have battled right when he asked me to battle back then. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I said I was coming back for. Mm-hmm. If when King of the Dot called me and they gave me that check and I said they could pick whoever they wanted and they would have picked Mook, then me and Mook would have battled.
Okay.
When I came back to Smack and I told Smack he could pick whoever he wanted. If he would have picked Mook, I would have been battling Mook. If he would have picked any of these other names that they try to throw out there, whether it's Lux, Verb, Hitman, whoever, like any.
And make no mistake about it. This is why these niggas is mad at Cassidy. Now, it's Cassidy's fault that he ain't live up to the expectations or the standards that he set. Now that's his fault. But there's no bones about it. These niggas is jealous of Cassidy. They always been jealous of Cassidy. That's why I always told people about Gilly. Gilly always deemed himself the king of Philly. But everybody looked at Cassidy as the king of Philly. That was the problem between him and Gilly. Is the fact that only Gilly and the people around him, the little people that were around him, felt like he was the king. But everybody treated and looked at Cassidy like he was the king. And that's the same thing. It's no different with the battle rappers. You know, it's no different than people who are associated with Cassidy as friends and shit like that. They want to be him. But the only difference is you have to have accomplished what Cassidy had accomplished up until this point to be him. Cassidy is literally living off of his past accomplishments. He hasn't done anything in the late 2000s. He hasn't done anything in the mid 2000s. So he's pretty much strictly living off of his past accomplishments, which is well. But it's funny. I ain't gonna even go into it because I don't want to get. I already got niggas mad enough. Let's go.
These names they throw out there, if those people would have picked those guys, then I would have been battling them. You know what I'm saying? And I told them, if a nigga come with the check, I can battle whoever they want me to battle. Like, Mook could get on the stage with goods, like the same.
In other words, now it's funny, right? Because when I look back at it, I used to actually believe that. I used to actually believe that Cassidy will battle anybody if their check is right and he will crush anybody. But now, these days, people, that's code word for I'm ducking. That's code word for I'm ducking. They got to get the chicken right and we going to battle. That's code word for I'm going to take the chicken and I'm going to crush this nigga. But you ain't going to do shit. You ain't crushing nothing. Only thing you crushing is that goddamn weed to smoke up some more. All right? Gilly was heavy in the streets in Philly. Same with Beanie Siegel, Dutch O, and Sparks, etc. Yeah, but I'm talking about from a worldwide standpoint. Yeah, he was heavy in locally. He was heavy locally. But Cassidy was heavy worldwide. My wife know who the fuck Cassidy is. My wife didn't know who Gilly was until I told her, until I introduced her. Oh, yeah, that's Gilly. Yeah, he used to write for Lil Wayne and shit like that. She ain't know who the fuck Gilly was. Now everybody know who the fuck Gilly is. But motherfuckers ain't know who Gilly was at first. Only people that knew Gilly was a couple real street niggas outside of Philly and niggas in Philly, locally. All right, let's get back.
Day that I'm set up the resolution, the battle goods. Mook could get on the stage with goods the same night if the nigga was to cut the right check. You know what I'm saying? And I could do that the same night.
I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, man. Let me wind this shit back, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is why we love him, boy. Oh, boy, the good old hustler, boy. The good old
night I could battle goods and Mook. So, and I'm
oh,
saying
man.
with goods, like the same day that I'm any of these names they throw out there, if those people would have picked those guys, then I would have been battling them. You know what I'm saying? And I told them, if a nigga come with the check, I can battle whoever they want me to battle. Like, Mook could get on the stage with goods, like the same day that I'm set up the resolution, the battle goods. Mook could get on the stage with goods the same night if the nigga was to cut the right check. You know what I'm saying? And I could do that the same night. I could battle goods and Mook. So it's not like I'm running away from no battles. Niggas just got to give me what I deserve to battle. So it's just as simple as that. I don't know why niggas can't understand that.
But the question, this is what I can't understand, Cassidy. This is what I can't understand. You can't play that bullshit with me, champ. This is what I can't understand, Cassidy. Okay, I understand niggas got to give you what you deserve. But what exactly is that, Cassidy? We talking real right now, people. What do you deserve exactly? And what the fuck are you giving us in return? That's the question. That's the question that I want to ask. I would hope Cassidy is listening to this right now so he can call my phone up right now. What the hell are you giving us in return? Because all I keep hearing about is me. See, these are the type of niggas I don't even want to associate myself. These me ass niggas. Two type of me niggas I don't like to associate myself. The Me Too niggas. No, three. The Me Too movement, the Me Too niggas, and the me ass niggas. I don't like that me word. I don't like that me word. Because at the end of the day, what are you doing for me? I keep hearing you talk about you, but what are you doing for us? Not a motherfucking thing up until this point. Double R, you're laughing at the same thing I am. Yeah, man. Cassidy full of shit, man. Cassidy has the old school mentality because that's how MCs use to move. Okay. Jason Askins in the building. My brother in the building. What's up with you, champ? I keep hearing Cassidy talk about this me. That's what I deserve. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you deserve. But what is that as of late? That's what you deserved. What do you deserve now? Well, I'm still going to promote, boy. I'm still going to promote my ass off, boy. I'm still going to entertain y'all, boy. Okay, what are you going to do in that ring? Because that's where I'm putting my money at. I ain't putting my money on your... I ain't spending my money for you to promote and entertain me promoting. I'm spending my money for you to show up in that ring, which you have yet to do at least all 3 motherfucking rounds. See, you're going to slick us with the first round. I peeped your game. I peeped your whole card. You're going to slick us with the first round. And then the last couple rounds, you're going to give us some old bullshit. You see what I'm saying? I like a motherfucker fixing the elevators in the building. They fix the elevators just enough for about, let's say, about a month. And that shit'll break right down so they can come back again and fix it. That's the type of motherfucker Cassidy is. Cassidy, and that's the type of motherfucker Jag and them turning out to be. And I don't want that to happen. They turning out to be these motherfuckers. I don't know how it is where y'all live at, but in DC, it seemed like the goddamn escalators at the train is breaking down every motherfucking other day. My wife catch the train to work. The goddamn, I said, damn, the escalators and shit was breaking down when I was catching the train. That's the type of motherfuckers Cassidy and them remind me of. That's what they do. My job. Yeah. You know I ain't lying. That's what Cassidy is, old janky ass promoter. Talk all this cash shit, get everybody hyped, and then don't go in there and even do 10% of what the fuck he said he was gonna do. That's what these motherfucking plumbers and shit do. These goddamn electricians and all that shit. These maintenance men. They fix the elevators. Next thing you know, the shit broke again. Yeah, you got to call them up so they can come back out. You got to contract them back out. They knew what the fuck they was doing. That's what they do with these cell phones and shit like that. Cell phones burning out. They breaking up on you. They fucking up on you. They blacking out. They build that shit up just enough. Just so that you can go buy the new one, buy the next version. They force you to buy the next version. You're like, damn, I wanted to keep this shit for years. Why the fuck you think they ain't came out with a real cure for AIDS or none of that shit? Why come out with a cure where you could keep going, go get the pills to get treatment? Why give you the cure and just be all the way done with it when they could continue to bring you out, force you out to make money off you? That's what Cassidy and them niggas doing. That's why I say not under my watch. I'm never paying for another Cassidy battle, and I'm never paying for another Jag battle until these niggas show me better. Got me fucked all the way up. You ain't about to get me.
And you can see what I'm worth. You see my energy. You see what I bring to the culture. You see what this match is doing. You see how...
You notice he ain't say, you see what I bring to the ring. He said, you see my energy. You see what I bring to the culture. Yeah, promotion-wise. But you notice he ain't say nothing about you see what I bring to the ring. Because he don't bring a damn thing to the ring.
It's sold out. Everybody want the pay-per-view. It's going to be people talking about this for years and years to come. And not just my match, but the other.
Yeah, off of your potential. Now, here's the thing, and I know the Cassidy fans ain't going to like this. Cassidy did those crazy amount of numbers. Now, look at what Cassidy did, the numbers that Cassidy did with Goods as opposed to what he did with Arsenal. Look at what he did with Goods. Hold on. We going to do that together. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. Cassidy. Let's go. Cassidy versus Goods. Let's see. Versus Goods. Oh, shit. I'm tripping. Okay. Well, we got it anyway. Yeah. So with Goods, right? Check this out, right? Let's go to Arsenal, right? Okay, with Goods, he did 4.5. And notice, right? Cassidy and Goods, check this out. Cassidy and Goods, because I remember I was the one covering all this shit. Cassidy and Goods did, if I'm not mistaken, they did 4 million in a week. I think it might have been 4.2 to be exact. It's a whole nother year later. And they at 4.5. 4.5. They was at 4 million views in 1 week. Or was it 2 weeks? 4 million views in 2 weeks. Let's just say it was 4 million views in 2 weeks. They're still at 4 million views a whole year later. Which means it has no replay value. So what the fuck is Cassidy talking about? What is he talking about? Yeah, he's the hustler. And we just customers. Mr. Chicken, the hustler, a.k.a. Cap Up King. Yeah. I know they leaving. Yeah, so we going to go to Arsenal, right? Cassidy versus Arsenal. We going to scroll on down, people. We going to ease on down the road. Okay, Cassidy versus Arsenal, right? Him and Goods had double the amount him and Arsenal had in 2 weeks. Remember, Cassidy and Goods, because I remember doing that video, I could go to my video, which was a year ago. Cassidy versus Goods did 4.5. They did 4 million in 2 weeks. A year later, they still at 4 million, which means people seen it because of the potential, because it's Cassidy, because the potential of what it could be. And then when they found out what it actually was, they didn't want to look at it no more. I'm saying that to say this, man. Niggas got to stop being yes men. People got to stop doing that because it's ruining our legends, y'all. It's ruining our motherfucking legends. That shit ain't cool, man. Just because that shit is entertaining to you motherfuckers, that don't mean in the grander scheme that shit is cool. That shit is whack. That y'all got this motherfucker out here, these motherfuckers out here thinking that they great when they not. Telling the truth is only going, that's why niggas is getting mad at me. I don't know what y'all getting mad at me for. Telling him the truth is the only thing that's going to get us what we want. Lying to him is going to make it worse. I ain't in the motherfucking market of appeasing to other motherfuckers that ain't trying to reciprocate to me. You got me fucked all the way up. So he did double. He said Cass versus Ars was hard to watch. Cass stunk up the gym. Yep. Yep. So he did double with Goods in 2 weeks. It took him and Arsenal to get the half of that in damn near a year. So Cassidy's stock and his interest is clearly going down. Of course, it's going to be in the millions for a clown come on here, Cassidy fan come on here and say, oh, it's in the millions though. It's in the millions. Yeah, everything Cassidy put out, if it's a year later, it's going to be in the millions because of Cassidy, what he did in the past. What he did in the past, that respect alone is going to get him $1 million. But what you're doing now is what's going to like. When I look at B Magic battles, when B Magic, this is how you know when B Magic is B Magic, right? Not only do they repeat his slogan at the end, you must have slipped, fell, and bumped your motherfucking head. Notice when B Magic do bad, they don't repeat it. But check this out. When B Magic does good, you know what he done good when he have, a year later, he has over 100,000 views. When he's done horribly, he barely have probably about 15,000. Between 30,000 and 15,000. Since motherfuckers want to do numbers and shit, right? I know Cassidy, a man that's big on numbers. So there's the numbers, people. Notice Cassidy went from checking the numbers, being all about numbers, to losing his motherfucking number. All right, okay. So what is they talking about? What is they talking about? What is we really talking about for real? But it's your boy Double R, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to receive all the notifications for when I drop new content. I holla.